All right, now we're going to talk about sperm production. All right, if we look on the left side, my left, we actually have a testicle, right? And on the right side, you have this. You have another testicle, but this is a cross section of the testicle, meaning it's a slice. If we look inside this cross section, we have the seminiferous tubules. These are tubules, right? And the seminiferous tubules, if you were to zoom in, right, there are actually Sertoli cells. And the Sertoli cells produce sperm. How is that Sertoli cell actually make sperm? Well, remember we have the FSH that's produced by the anterior pituitary that binds onto these seminiferous tubules within the testes for the production of sperm. And you're probably saying, where do you see that? Let's go back up. Notice right over here, we have the anterior pituitary releases FSH that causes the Sertoli cells of the testicles to produce sperm. Let's go back to this diagram. Right. Once that sperm is produced, right, that goes up through these tubes and it actually sits in the epididymis. The epididymis is this gland that I highlighted for you in beige. Right over here. This is the epididymis. This is where the sperm that was produced by the seminiferous tubules is stored. Let's just draw a little. Right over here. Right, and here's the seminiferous tubules right over here. I'm just going to re-highlight it for you, or draw a circle around it. Right. So what comes next? After the seminiferous tubules, right, where the sperm is produced, the sperm goes into the epididymis, which is this big, it looks kind of like a big little gland that's sitting on top of the testes, right? Afterwards, the sperm will swim into this long 20-inch tube that I have highlighted for you in green, right? And the sperm will travel up through this tube called the Ductus deferens, also known as the vas deferens. The this actual vas deferens moves the sperm up through what you call peristalsis, right? These are rhythmic contractions of smooth muscle, right, where it squeezes the sperm all the way up to this next part, which is called the prostate. Right, there's a portion of the prostate that it stops at, right? It is called the ejaculatory duct, which is in blue-green that I highlighted for you, right? Where else have you heard of peristalsis? Remember when we talked about digestion? You have the long tube called the esophagus that actually pushes food down from the oral cavity into the stomach. While peristalsis also occurs on the vas deferens, also known as the ductus deferens, right? And I have it written down for you over here. It's a 20-inch muscular tube via the inguinal canal, which carries sperm from the epididymis, which is where the sperm was stored, to the prostate.